Welcome, Krazy Crafters. Are you ready for another Krazy Krafter Box?
Yes, this is our winter edition, and it's just appropriate now that we've had Thanksgiving. We're into that merry holiday season.
So if you don't know, the Krazy Krafter Box is a 5-hour live crafting show where we craft with you, and we're doing 7 projects together that are featured in the Krazy Krafter Box Winter Gifts Edition.
I know, I'm so excited, aren't you? We get to craft today. Woo!
Yes, and I'm all cozy in my nice warm vest today. So I hope you're ready to craft. We have some amazing to do. Before we get started, let's introduce ourselves and make sure you have all the supplies you need.
Okay, so my name is Kara.
And I'm Jackie.
And yes, we are a mother-daughter team here at Krazy Creations, where we specialize in
vinyl outline stickers, handmade microfine glitter paper, card kits, a monthly club, online classes, etc.
etc., etc. So much more.
And what are those supplies that we need today?
Today we are making beautiful cards. So you are going to need a basic toolkit, which is a trimmer. Scoreboard is always helpful. You'll need adhesive, and we don't care what kind you use. We like to use our Tombow dot roller, but you could use wet glue, whatever you like, score tape. What else?
Scissors.
Scissors and tweezers are always helpful as well.
And then alcohol markers, of course, to do some coloring today. And we are filming this live, so today is Saturday, November 25th. We're on Pacific time right now. It's around 10 o'clock. But if you can't join us live, that doesn't mean you can't rewatch it later. So there is replay available if you need to take a break or you get distracted for any reason. You can always come back and watch the video here on Facebook or here on YouTube.
And just a final note that you'd want to stay tuned to our website because we still have Black Friday specials going on, right?
We do. There's still a couple days left of Black Friday deals. We've been doing a daily deal, and I think you all are enjoying that.
And today is a special deal because it's similar to what we're doing today, but we're doing an all-occasion crafter box, meaning that's being released today, and they'll have thank you cards and birthday cards and how are you cards, you know, so it's an all-occasion crafter box.
And if you pre-order your box today, then you get 3 gifts with your box. That goes away tomorrow, so you don't get all 3 gifts if you order after today.
Yes, and they're good gifts because we're giving an 1/8 inch roll of score tape and a microfine cloth, and then you get a special gift if you order today. But those are going to be important because we'll be doing fancy fold and shaker cards, quite a few of them in the next box.
Now, don't forget, what makes crafting with you so fun is that interactive portion of the video, which means you can comment down below if you have any questions or you want to chat with us. We'll read those as we're crafting today, and we can go back and forth and talk to each other.
I'm so excited. So shall we get started?
We're going to get started by looking at the projects, and then we'll open our box with you and start doing our first project together.
Okay, get comfy, and here we go.
Okay, so here's all the projects.
Yes, so there are a lot of projects, and actually, if you count, there are really 8 and not 7 because one is a twofer. How do you like that? So we're doing...
So do you want to kind of just look at them real quick?
Yes, so this is going to be our first one up, which I just love, and we're always telling you that you could put our stickers on different mediums, so we're actually going to do that today, so that'll be fun. And then we, of course, have a shaker card in here, which is just wonderful. And this is one of our brand new shapes that are coming out in 2024. I love it. It's a banner. And then we are using that vintage paper from Authentique. I just love it. And look how we compare it so nicely with one of our glitter images. Isn't that cute? And when you open it, it's so cute. And then, of course, we have another shaker card, and this one has our glitter in it. And I think it is so appropriate for the winter right now. I just love that. And with it is a tag. So this tag is perfect for a gift. You could put that on there. And look how we used our glitter paper here. How pretty. Now this one is a scene. And I love this card. It's, you know, has the little elf look. It has the guy sticking out. Isn't that cute? And then we have our slimline card, which is just so beautiful. Again, another story here. And then our fancy fold card, which has a gift card in here. And oops, and there's a real gift card in there, but look how fun that is.
Those all look wonderful. So I hope you're excited about making these with us today. And we're going to put these off to the side for now and then start opening up our box.
Yes, so what does our box look like? I'm going to let you do that part while I get rid of all these. And here it is.
All right, I'm still trying to find our video here. I want to make sure that we've got everything. All right, I see we have some viewers. Hooray!
Yay! All right, so this is what your box looks like and how it comes to you. And it literally is a box. And when you open it is when you get all the fun stuff in it, right?
Yes, so we have packaged it up full this time.
Yes, and this is a kit. You have your instructions, which are wonderful. So this kind of tells you what's inside the box, and then you do have photos and written instructions. Okay, so these little individuals are the kits themselves, and we'll tell you which ones to pull out as we go. But look at all this stuff in here. It's lots and lots. You do have a sticker pack. We'll talk about that in a minute. And look at all these kits, and way down at the very bottom is your glitter paper. So you're going to want to get that out now, okay? So I know that the first kit is going to be this one, so I'm going to keep it on top. You'll want your instructions, and then let's look at our stickers. So,
did we look at the button yet?
No, here's the button. Okay. It was hiding. There it is.
All right.
And look, it's just mirror image right there.
Yep, so we have a cute little collectible button we always include in the box so we can remember how much fun we're having today. And I want to know where you're putting all these buttons if you're somebody who's been ordering these crafter boxes for a while.
Yes, do you have a collection type of thing? Is it on a hat? Is it on a lanyard? Is it on a bulletin board? There are so many things you could do with this just to remind yourself of all the fun that we've been having. But here is our button, so I'm going to put that aside, or are you going to wear your button?
I can wear the button.
Okay.
Before we move on, I just wanted to address one comment I see on Facebook right now. Did you give a cost for this box? Is it monthly?
No, I didn't give a cost. You give a cost.
It's seasonal, so
Yeah.
It's not monthly, and it's $69.99 to make 7 projects.
Yes, and there is a additional shipping charge, just so you know. I think it's $5, right?
Yep.
And so we normally do 4 for each season. We have some little extras, like we did one for July, for Christmas in July, and now we're doing one for the all occasion. So actually there are 6 this year.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Okay, so then we have our whole array of stickers. Look how many stickers you're getting. So you're getting a third of this one, but you're getting all of these stickers. Birch, you're getting a outline border sticker, and you're going to have so much extras. But look at all these stickers. So you really made out with a lot of stickers. And like I said, we're making 1 card of each, but you'll have so much extras left over. And I think that's wonderful. Don't you?
Yeah, lots and lots of extra supplies is always good.
Okay, so let's get started into our very first card, which is going to be this one right here. So we're going to go into our kit, and like I said, this is the kit that we want to find with the colorful holographic vinyl in it, and it has this paper. So we're going to get that out, and we're also going to need a couple stickers here. So we are going to look for the border sticker, well, the light sticker right here, and we're going to look for, there's so many, I just can't get over this, Jackie. Just so many. Okay, and the border sticker right there. So we need those to get us started along with your kit. So hopefully you can find that, and here we go.
Okay, so what we like to do always is do the guts of the card first. So what that means is assembling all the papers, cutting them, gluing them down, and then we like to go in with these little sticker embellishments and decorate the card. So we're going to take all of the pieces out of our kit, and I have my instructions right here that I'm going to open these up to the very first page. And this is the project we're working on right here. So if at any time you don't know the dimensions that you're supposed to be cutting because I went too fast or you were doing something else, they're right here highlighted in green for you.
Okay, so for a minute we're going to do the guts. So we are going to put it aside and we're going to look at all of our pieces. And in here we do have an envelope, which we will not be using today because we haven't made the card yet. We also have a pre-scored card, which has these little score marks in it. And in this case, you would go ahead, fold it. But again, we like to build the guts and then put this on to the card last. So if you look at this right here, you'll notice that it's not on the card. And when we're all done, we could just simply adhere it to the card and it will match perfectly. And then once you do that, you will actually, whoops, had I done this right, you will have your card right here. Okay, so we're going to put this aside as well. All right, Jackie, where are we?
All right, so we have our paper trimmer out. And so first we need our black cardstock that came in this little kit. 5.5 by 4 1/4. That's an A2 size card.
Okay, where's the better measurement on the bottom? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so you said 4 1/4
by 5.5.
and so it's already 4 1/4, 5.5, so no cutting of this piece.
Okay, so the next one is trim the pink cardstock. 5 1/4 by 4.
Okay, so 5 1/4 is the width because we are doing a, what do you call it, a landscape version. So, oh, look, there's no thing in here. Do you know what happened to that?
I'm guessing it fell out.
I guess so. Kind of hard to cut. Now you can tell we're really live when that happens to us. Okay, 5 1/4 by 4. Take that off. And 4. All right.
Okay, next we need our Merry Christmas patterned paper.
Okay, and I just want to make sure that we all are aware that there is a way that this has to go because the words read this way. You don't want to cut it that way.
So 4.5 by 3.5.
Is 4.5 the width?
Yes.
Okay, so 4.5 by 3.5. This is really pretty paper. It's our newer collection.
I think it's called Rustic Christmas and it's on the website. Okay, and then it looks like we have one more piece to cut. White cardstock.
Yes, right here.
4.5 by 1/2 inch.
4.5. And I believe it's already at 1/2 inch. It is. Now I do want to say that this little piece that we cut off of the pink is what's going to go under here when we go to do our sentiment on the card where it has that little pink. So you're going to want to save this little piece.
Okay, so we're done with our paper trimmer for now. We can take it off of our table. And we're going to adhere these pieces together so we don't lose any of them.
Okay, and I'm going to use my wonderful silicone mat. If you're not familiar with the silicone mat, this is a perfect mat for not getting adhesive on your work surface because this adhesive or glue or whatever you have will not stick to the mat.
Awesome.
Yes, okay, and do we have our little crafter square? Nope.
There's one in here somewhere.
All right, well, we'll go without. So I'm going to put the adhesive on the pink, right?
Yep, so we're matting the pink onto the black.
That cutter had a little bit of an issue. It had fuzzies. Okay, usually I use my crafting square, but I'm going without. Okay, now what's the next step?
Okay, so now we're going to put the Merry Christmas on there.
Ooh, look at the back of this. Isn't that pretty? Okay.
And it goes in the center, it looks like.
Yep, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it again. Does that look good to you?
Uh-huh.
All right.
And then next we're going to do the white strip and the pink strip.
Okay, so this is where we're going to take this white, and on the bottom we're just going to put some of that tape, and this is adhesive mat really comes into play because you don't want that all over, and we're just going to have a little tiny bit of the pink showing, and then I'm going to trim the excess so it kind of looks like this. All right, and let's trim that off.
You could even use scissors.
You could use scissors, but I like this because it has a wire and you could really see. Okay. Now what?
Okay, now we're going to adhere that to the top of the Merry Christmas.
So far so good, right? Okay.
And now we can put our sentiment on there.
All right. Where do we find the sentiment?
I think there's a separate sheet for sentiments.
Yes, so if you look on this sticker, it is not on here. So we needed one more sticker sheet. And I love that sticker sheet. A lot of people don't recognize this sticker sheet as being in there, but I love it. It's called Holiday Words. And there's all kinds of different things that you can use for the holidays. So I love that. All right, so it looks like we have love gathers here for the holidays. So if we look on here, love gathers here for the holidays. So do you want me to put it on or do you want to?
Yeah, I'm still trying to get all of our equipment up and working here.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the word holidays because if we look at this, it's really going to go across the whole thing. So I just want to get the biggest word on first, which is holidays. So I'm just peeling that off, and I picked up a little piece. Take that off, but I'm using my tweezers, and I'm going to just kind of this so I leave room kind of picked over with you. Put it down on the paper first and then scrape it out, because if you try to take it off in the air, it just doesn't work. How many of you have done that? I think we're all guilty of that. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to start opposite and put love, because it looks like it's kind of starts here, and work my way over. Love. I love that all the words are hooked together so they're not individual letters. I think that's very helpful. And I'm just going to kind of put it down. And if you don't press it down, you can move it later. I kind of like that too. So love gathers here for...
What is this sheet called again? So we know what it is.
Holiday Words.
Holiday Words 5560. For all of you who didn't know, all of our stickers have numbers on them. And if you're ever looking for a specific sticker, you can always type that number into the search box on the website.
Okay, so I really like how that is, and then I come back and I'm going to take out the little bits and pieces that should have come out. And actually, in this case, I'm using my tweezers more like a pick. So I'm kind of just picking out. See if I could get that. Okay. And then here, it's just so much easier to do it once it's down. And it's not going to really hurt the paper unless you make a hole in it because you're picking too hard, so don't do that. I think that S doesn't have one. And keep working your way. And this is something you could do later too. You don't have to do it right now. I just want to get it out of the way. Nothing on the F. Okay. I'll probably go back later and fix it up, but that looks good.
Okay, so we have our sentiment on our card. Let's take a moment and do some of these borders, just giving it a little extra definition around the edges here. So we are reaching for our mini scallop border sticker. So this is number 2914. Just gonna peel. We're looking for the diamond. So in between each scallop is a diamond. And if you have tweezers, I'm gonna actually use mine. I'm gonna grab it because these are pretty small. Once I have it, I'll manipulate it with my fingers. We're just gonna put it on the very edge of the Merry Christmas paper.
Now I will say that the borders are wonderful for doing what we're doing now, making a frame, or you can put them on seams of papers to just kind of make it look a little bit more upscale. Also, these borders are perfect for hooking together. So if you have a small piece, it's easy to just take another piece and keep hooking it so that you don't waste any. Is hooking a new term that we use? I don't know.
So I was able to use one strip for the side and the bottom. There was only a tiny bit left. So now I'm going to peel my second strip. And then I will do the other side and the top. Now, one thing about these is all you got to do is peel and stick, but make sure you're pressing down as you like where you put it, or it might try to come back up. Can't forget to stick.
Now I think the colors of this paper are very vibrant, which is going to go beautifully when we put our ornament or lights on.
Okay, so now we have our border on there, and it just gives it a little extra pop.
Yes, that looks really finished. It looks nice. I like this little pink strip in there. It's really pretty.
All right, so the next part of the card would be the ornaments and the holly leaves. But I think before we do that, we could probably put this little string across the middle.
I agree. So you find that string on your sticker sheet with the lights, and you'll see that there are 3 of them. And it pretty much should go across. You might have to trim a little bit of it.
I noticed that when I put the sticker on in the camera, it likes to blow everything out. So if that's what's happening, now you know why. It's because it's such a bright, shiny vinyl sticker, the camera doesn't really like it. Okay, so about where are we starting here?
I'd say, isn't that about 1.5 inches from the bottom? Shall we measure it for people?
Well, we have a ruler right here. It's about 1.25 inches.
1.25 inches.
Mine's being staticky. You can kind of manipulate it if you want it to go up or down or straight, and then we just have to trim that little tiny piece there. Which I got mine a little too short.
You could probably stretch it if it bothers you.
Stretch there.
Yay.
All right.
That even looks good, just like that. But now we need to do our lights, okay? So on the sticker sheet, there are quite a few lights. I think there's probably let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're going to use 5. All right, and also in your kit are these shiny holographic papers. Now these are actually sticker papers, so on the back you could peel this protective layer off, but I'm not sure we're going to do that. I think I kept it on and just used adhesive for a little bit more strength, but if you wanted to, you could. So it looks like I have 2 on the pink, 2 on the green, and 1 on the turquoise. So let's go ahead and peel our stickers.
Okay, so we're just going to peel the outline.
Now before you do that, I do want to say one thing. The tips of these are glitter paper. So you're going to peel and put from the light down.
Okay, so let's move this out of the way.
Yeah, let's move the card out of the way. There we go. Do you want this underneath? There you go. Another wonderful thing about our silicone mat is our stickers will not permanently stick to it, so it's a good place setting, and then you can lift it back up.
How do you get a silicone mat?
Do we still have them? No. Well, if you see us at the expo, you might have bought one, but they're just called silicone mats. And I have 2 sizes. I love this travel one, and then there's one that we use as a place setting at the expos. So maybe we should bring them back in, because we sold out.
Alright, so I'm just putting the light portion on the, what is this called again?
Holographic vinyl.
Okay.
It's the same stuff that our holographic stickers are made of. Our borders.
I thought it had a special name, but I can't remember it.
Oh. I don't remember. I just call it holographic.
Okay, so those are all on there.
So now it is time to cut. So while I'm cutting, Jackie's going to show you how to prepare our glitter paper.
Okay, so we're going to need to take our glitter paper out of that plastic packaging, which is protecting it from getting dirty. Just like that. So this is our microfine glitter paper. It's handmade by the Krazy Crew. So that means that we dipped this into our glitter that we sell on the website and have prepared it for you. But one thing you still need to do is take your fingers and burnish or rub the glitter into the paper. So we only have to do that once, so this is our first project. So we're going to take our fingers and rub, rub, rub. You can go in circles, you can go back and forth. What this does is it makes it smoother, and it also makes it a little bit shinier because of the oils that are in our fingertips. They pick up on that glitter and make it sparkle even more. Now once you do that initial rubbing, you might have a little bit of glitter on your fingers. You can even tap it off. But once you do that, if you go back and touch it, you shouldn't get any glitter coming off onto your fingers.
Okay, so it also looks like we have a couple hollies there that we're going to go ahead and put on the glitter paper. Now one of them is stuck together, right, as a set, and I separated it when I did it. Do you see what I mean?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because it looks like it's still together.
I just stuck it that way together. But you could put it together, I guess. I'm just telling you what I did.
So I put the little holly right in the corner of the glitter paper. You're just peeling the outline and sticking it down. And then we need 2 separate leaves. Okay, so then one step that we like to do here is we need to rub this down, but we like to take a brayer tool and roll over it just to make sure it's nice and pressed into that glitter paper. Okay, so those ones are ready for us to color. So we're going to take some green alcohol-based markers to color these in. You can use Right Art, you can use Olo, you can use any brand that you have. You'll need a dark green and a light green to do some blending.
Any brand of alcohol ink marker, right? I think you said that, but I just want to repeat it.
Yes, I think I said that. So I'm going to be using our Right Arts today. So I have YG29, which is my dark green, and YG00, which is going to be the light green. We're going to start with a dark color and then blend with the light one. So I'm putting a little dark green where I want the shadow. These are very small leaves, so don't fret too much over where to put the dark color. And then we're going to take our light green, touch the tip into that dark green color, and just pull down the leaf. So I'm dragging the color and it's blending. And the reason it's blending so easily is because of our glitter. Okay, so those are our leaves.
Perfect. Now while we're there with the leaves, let's go ahead and see how the tip of it is still a sticker. So we're going to put it on and we're going to color those with gray. Did you know we have a parade downtown today?
I do, so if you hear any noises in the background, sirens, cheering, it's a parade.
Now I'm overlapping these because I'm only doing the tip, so that's all I care about is there, and I don't want to waste my glitter paper. So we're just going to color these CG 06 and 02. Now let's go ahead and do this again. And then, shall we do that? Where is our grays, Jackie? Do you see them? One's here, I think. CG02, and I'm looking for 6 right here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do that little bit of dark. I kind of like to put it on each side, and because it's not too much, I'm just going to do them all really fast. So I'm going to be a fast colorist. Take after Jackie on this one. And then I'm going to go with my light color and just blend the two sides here. And it kind of gives it that silver. Now you can color over the sticker. It will not alter that sticker. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? Now, we're going to just cut this little part out, and I'm going to hand Jackie these light bulbs. I don't know, we're not going to cut out the holly, are we? Where are we?
No, I don't think we need to.
Okay, so I'm going to give you these light bulbs. Are you ready to put them on our card?
So it looks like on our sample that some of them are popped up. So if you have some foam strips, dots, or squares, now would be a great time to get those out so that we can use them. I'm looking for ours.
Yeah, we're kind of mellow today because, you know, we all had all that turkey, right? Did you guys all have a great Thanksgiving, I hope? I know I ate a lot.
Okay, I found our foam dots is what we're using today. They have adhesive on them, so they're just going to add some extra dimension to the card, and it looks like we're going to put them under the blue and the green one. Otherwise, we're just going to use our adhesive to put the other ones down flat. So I need to find our adhesive now.
It's hiding right here.
So the pink one goes on flat. The green one's gonna get a foam dot. There we go. The blue one's gonna get a foam dot. and then the other two are flat, so pink and green. Pink and then green. So the fun thing about our outline stickers is you can put them on any surface and it will look really nice. So here we use that holographic paper, but you can use watercolor paper, colored patterned cardstock, acetate, vellum, etc.
So I cut out one of these glitter leaves because I just want to make sure that as you go through cutting out your projects, you could use scissors or you can use the Brother Scan and Cut to do a scan and then cut. But when you cut, sometimes you're going to have some white core of the paper showing. Do you see that over here? And so what you might want to do is take a black marker, go around your edges to kind of make it look like it's part of the sticker. I usually hold my tweezers, otherwise my hands get all black. And then very importantly, you are going to need to put adhesive on the back of the paper for it to stick onto the card. Okay, so this is not self-sticking glitter paper. You do need to use adhesive.
But that wraps up card number 1. It turned out really cute, and now we have one holiday card ready to go. You have lots of extra supplies to make another one if you'd like, but you might need your own background paper. How fun is that? So I think we're going to take a quick 3-minute break to prepare for the next project, and we will see you again. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
All right, bye-bye. See you soon.
Okay, we're back with project number 2 of the Krazy Krafter Box Winter Gift Edition.
This one is really fun because we're going to use some of the negative stickers and then we're going to use some of the positive. So I really like that, and we're also going to use our glitter in different ways. So it kind of opens a plan of possibilities that you can do with our Krazy Creation products.
Yes, so I think we should get started right away and get these projects done. So let's look at it real quick and then we'll tell you which kit we are working with.
Okay, so we have this one, which is a shaker, and normally we put bits in here, but we're actually going to put our glitter in there. So I think that's really cool. Now this is an A2 card that's been cut down, just so you know. So we will be cutting this down to size. And then we have this one, which is a tag, and on the back you could put a piece of paper with your sentiment and your to from. But look how pretty this is on a present, and we're using our glitter paper as the snowy little bottom.
Alright, so I'm on the instructions. We are on project number 2. So the kit you'll want to find has a shaker in the front with a little jar of glitter.
Yes, and then in addition you are going to need these 2 stickers. You're going to need the Season's Greetings in the gold, and you're going to need the birch trees, which are gold and white.
Okay, so we have to trim some papers.
Well, first let's get our kit opened, so then we can trim, because believe it or not, you cannot trim through the plastic. Hard to believe, right? I tell my class that a lot when I am at Expo. All right, so we aren't going to need the envelope again, so I'm going to put that aside. And what are we trimming first?
We're trimming the card.
All right, so let's get our trimmer. Okay.
So we are going to trim the card down so that the height is 4.75, so 4 3/4.
Okay, I'm just trying to get my trimmer in here. We're having technical difficulties. Okay, so first of all, we want to make sure our card is going to open on the right. So you're going to be trimming, I believe, the height. Is that right?
Yeah, I just said that.
Okay, I wasn't listening. I was looking at the trimmer. Well, what's the height that I'm going for?
4 3/4.
4 3/4. All right, so I'm going to go there. There we go. All right, so now we've trimmed our card and we have a different size, which is perfect.
Okay, so now we need to trim our black cardstock.
Okie dokie. Black cardstock.
4 1/4 by 4 3/4.
All right, so it's already at 4 1/4, so we want 4 3/4, and it's going to fit exactly on that card. So when we do this, this will get adhered to the card at the very end, and you can see how it fits perfectly. So I'm going to put this aside.
Okay, next we need our snowflake paper.
Okay, now with this one you could do either side. You could do the brown or you could do the blue. So we're going to do the brown.
Okay, 4 by 3 is the size.
4 by 3.
Next we need to trim our white cardstock. 4 by 2.
4 by 2, which it already is.
Okay, so in a minute we'll trim that up to make it a hillside, but we are going to also trim some more papers. So for the inside of the shaker, we need our snowflake paper, 3 by 2.5.
Okay, so it is 2.5, so we're going to turn this to 3.
We'll put that off to the side because we don't want to mix it up.
Right up there.
And then we need some more white, 3 by 1.5.
All right, so we're going to go 3 by 1.5. All All right. Perfect.
Okay, so that's everything for the card.
Okay.
But for the tag, let's just cut this little glitter paper piece real quick.
Okay, so we're going to take our glitter paper that's here in our kit, and we are going to cut it at what?
2 3/4 by 1 1/2.
Okay. So I'm just going to do the 1 1/2. So if you can't see, I'm on the bottom here at 1 1/2. And I'm going to go about here. So I don't want to cut it all off. And I'm going to use my scissors just to kind of make a piece. Okay, and what did
you... 2 3/4.
Okay, so 2 3/4. Now, we might want to talk about how I'm putting the glitter down when I'm cutting.
Yep, the glitter side is down, and that just makes it so that your blade doesn't get adhesive from the glitter paper on it.
And now this is a little extra, so I'm just going to keep it because there's often lots of tiny little pieces that I could put on here.
Okay, so the paper trimmer can now go away, and we're gonna do the card. So the tag will be after. So that little piece of glitter paper that we just trimmed, we'll put it off to the side, okay? So here's our pieces.
Okay.
So the black is gonna go on the card, unless you want to do that later.
Right.
Then we're gonna put the snowflake paper down.
I think it has to go over a little bit more. That's why I like that Tombow. I could pick it up. Maybe if I did this, that would help. Okay.
And then we need to take our white cardstock and cut a mound.
Okay, so what that means is we're going to just make a tiny little mound. So we're just going to start here, and we're just going to barely go up like that. It's a tiny mound. Maybe I could do a little more. So I'll dip a little more so it looks like a mound. And we're just going to put it down here.
So we wanted to create the illusion of snow.
Yes, and as you put this on, it's going to look like it's all together. Okay. Next.
Now, I did notice that we got a little bit of something on our white paper. It's going to be covered up by our shaker card. However, this is where that sand eraser comes in really handy. You can erase it and get rid of that little blemish on your white cardstock.
Okay, I just want to peel mine over just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so I really like that. So where's the blemish? Right here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Now this may be out of stock on our website, but I think we just got some in. So if you wait till after the video, we'll go ahead and put some more in there.
Okay, so next we're gonna do our shaker.
Okay, so let's put this aside. And the thing about the shaker is laser cut pieces wipe edges. So usually if you have a paper towel or something, that's a good way to go, because these are cut with the laser. They do tend to have a black on the outside. So we also have our tag, which we're going to put aside for now.
So a lot of times we have a cloth that we can use. I don't see one, but
we have a paper towel. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm just going to go wipe the edges. You can see the soot that's coming off here.
that is just from being cut by a laser. It's the nature of laser.
But it's also why your white paper might get dirty, so you want to be aware. Okay, and I'm not going to do the paper. The paper doesn't tend to be as bad. Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to need to use the solid piece. This is going to be the background of the shaker, so we're going to adhere our papers to this piece right here. So we're going to put our snowflake at the top.
Which way is it supposed to go? Looks like we cut it a little larger than we needed. So I'm going to trim this off a little.
Okay.
With scissors, because we're not going to see it, right? All right. So remember that there's going to be an edge all around. So I just went ahead, trimmed it off. Okay.
Okay, now we need our white cardstock. We're going to make a mound with our scissors.
Now one thing you might want to do, again I'm trimming the side here, is you might want to kind of put this over and see how much of this is going to go up. So if you put it down like that, you could see where it's going to go. So that's pretty good, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do the same thing we did before.
So you're free-handing a little wave to make it look like snow.
I'm going to push mine up just a little bit. And you could even make the mound tilted if you want it. There we go.
Okay, so next we're going to peel some of our birch trees.
Okay, so here's the birch trees. Now the thing about these trees is we're going to use the insides, which is what we typically call the negatives, to do this, and that's why they look a little bit skinnier. So all you have to do is go in, peel, and there it is. Now you could see that these are kind of done in a sporadic shape. You could do it any way you want, but take care that you can cut some of these. Let's see. We don't want to go all the way to the edge because remember we're going to have an edge. So if I put this down here, I'm just going to lay a few at a time. And please, you know, be creative. You don't have to do everything that I do. Some I'm going to put on the snow, some are going to be behind the snow. But I just love using these. Different heights.
Make sure you leave 2 for your tag.
Yes, 2. We don't want 2 to come. So now what I'm going to do is I kind of got the ones I wanted to be somewhat top heavy. Like this, and this is now where, whoops, maybe a little more. I'm going to come in and trim. Okay, so when I trim some of these, I can go ahead and stick some of these in between. I really think there's no right or wrong way. And we have one more that we could trim. And maybe we want to put it like right. Whoops, maybe I'll go this way. What do you think? Do you like that design? Should I put another one?
No, I think you should leave it.
Okay, so there we are. So that's all you had to do. So notice that some I cut at the mound, some I put more on the paper. I think I'm going to move this one up just a little bit. And you can just arrange it any way you want to. Okay, so I still have 4 of those trees in there. Okay, what's next?
We're going to take our foam piece, put some adhesive on the back, and then we're going to adhere it on top.
Okay, and this is where I do like to use this 1/8 inch score tape. That's why we're giving it to you guys as a gift for the next crafter box, because it really helps when you don't have a lot of adhesive and you're doing a shaker card, because you don't want any of the glitter or shaker bits to stick to your glue. And so even if you have a roller, you might get some in there and you just don't want that. So you want to make sure that you have a pretty tight fit, because you wouldn't want anything to slip out here. Now, what is score tape?
Double-sided adhesive, and it's extremely sticky.
Yeah. So I'm just going to put it here for now, and right here, and you could tear it, which I really like. So if you notice, I am putting it up there. And then I can use my dot roller for this part. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm going to have you put that on there. Just take this protective layer off. And this is where our tweezers are really good too, to peel all this off. Because whenever I try to do it with my fingers, it's a little hard. Okay.
Alright, so we're just going to line this up. Sometimes I'll do it vertical. Make sure that everything is nice and even. Okay, so the foam is now on the chipboard backing, and now we're going to take some of our glitter and sprinkle it in there to look like snow.
So this is our special green highlight glitter.
Oh, okay. What does that mean?
That means that the sparkles are green.
So how much should I be pouring?
Well, I would put about, I think, 1/3 of it, and then kind of shake it and see if that's how much you like. I'd put more.
Okay, so I put like 2/3 of it.
Okay, so what I tend to do too is I like to kind of just have it come down, but yep, that looks good. So you have extra glitter. And now what do? We put that score tape on again.
So we're going to create a little frame with the score tape, because in order for this to be a shaker, we need a window. So the acetate is what's going to go on next. So be very careful as you're doing this adhesive. You don't want to accidentally spill any glitter.
No, that would be not good. But if you did, the #1 thing that we use here is a Swiffer cloth. And that takes the glitter up really well. So I'm putting this score tape back down. I want to make sure that I don't have any openings. This on the bottom. Now your window piece does not go all the way to the bottom, so you really need to make sure you have a piece. That's right there. I'm going to take this.
The parade's starting. Let me know if you can hear anything.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a Thanksgiving parade after Thanksgiving. That's how we do things, right? Okay. I put my finger right in that glitter. How many of you did that? Okay, I'm getting this up. Make sure not to shake it because it will stick to that tape. And this is extremely strong tape, right?
Right. This is actually the same adhesive that we use to make the microfine glitter paper, but we use it in a sheet form, whereas this is in a roll.
Okay. Now, this is our, what do you call it?
Acetate.
Yeah.
And it has something on it.
So I'm just kind of checking. So use your little paper template, and I think it was cut just a smidgen larger, so we're going to just cut it down that smidgen. So maybe use your paper as a guide. It does not have to be straight, but you don't want it hanging over. So you just want a smidgen because you do want it to go on that tape as much as possible. Okay, so I just cut mine off just a little bit. Now this looks kind of foggy because one side has a protective layer. So the only way you could figure it out is to poke. And if something comes up, which my side is, then you know that's the side with the protective layer. So I just peeled that off. And now one last step. You take a microfine cloth, or if you don't have that, use your clothing. Rub each side so you don't have to remember what side. And that will take away some of the static. And then you're going to put this right on top. Make sure it's on that tape. Okay.
All right, now that glitter is sealed inside.
Yes. And you don't really have to worry anymore now. You could use this again, or you can just go ahead and put this on. Now you want to look at each side of this to see if there's a side you prefer more. Mine looks good.
This little paper that we're putting on top is just for looks. It is like a beauty layer. That way we don't see any tape.
Or the acetate, yeah. There we go. Look how pretty that is.
Cute. Okay, so we're missing a sentiment.
So let's go over here to our sentiment and season's greetings and how. Now this is one piece, so take it off gently. I'm a little too gently. There we go. Come on. One part seems to be stuck. Okay. And we're going to go ahead, put this down, and I have an inside piece that I'll get out. Okay. And right here, get that piece out. Look how pretty.
Great, now we just need a couple stars from the same sheet, and it looks like we can put our shaker on the card.
Yes, so there are little stars here. And I think the gold picks up the gold in the birch so beautifully. Okay.
Okay, so here's our shaker. Everyone shake it, shake it. That's the fun part about a shaker card. We're going to flip this over and put some adhesive on the back. You can use that score tape if you want, or any adhesive. I think I better use my score tape for this because it's not wanting to roll on there for some reason. And then we're just going to put this directly on the card And we'll have a card done. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Background here. You can kind of line up that snow if you want it to match the snow in the card, or you can center it. I think I'm going to try to match that snowy part. Press down, and voila.
How easy was that?
So now that we have our shaker card done, let's do this tag. It's going to be really easy and fast. So we have our chipboard tag right here. Let's pull up the sample. And remember, we cut that glitter paper to go along the bottom. So we're going to cut a little hillside again with our scissors.
Christmas music already.
Okay, that's going to go just like that. Mine looks different, but that's okay.
Opposite.
Uh-huh.
So just a slight note that you can go ahead and trim the corners. Just go around your tag. Also, this is laser cut, so you want to be careful of that soot. If you have a corner rounder, this is a good time to use that. Well, you should have done that first actually, but that's a good way.
Okay. And if you are somebody who's a perfectionist, you can always take like a nail buff or nail file and go around the corner too. There. All right. So now let's lay down some trees.
So I put the outline first, but you could do it any way you want, but that is how I approached it.
So we're going to carefully peel the outline portion. And just, I like to sweep my images up. Okay, so there's one. Looks like we need two more. Okay, look what happened to me. So if this happens to you, it's okay. It just means that the two sides stuck together and you just kind of separate them. They'll go back into shape. This one really likes to stick together for some reason. And then we're going to put this one up. A little taller than the other one, because no trees are the same.
And they can be at an angle too, right?
Yep.
But you do want to leave room for your sentiment.
Okay. So let's go ahead and put that sentiment down so I can do my other trees. So we need Season's Greetings again.
Wow, you got yours peeled off really good.
Yeah, I just went for it. Perfect. And then we need the negatives. So I think I'm going to trim mine so it looks like it's behind the mound. And I'm going to tuck it in there. That one I'll put there. Sounds like fun out there.
It does.
So I'm just decorating wherever I think it looks good. Okay, and then what I'm going to do now is just take my tweezers and try to poke these behind the glitter paper. So just carefully, you can kind of lift it if you want to. I am not very close to the project and I don't want to get my head in the camera shot. Maybe I'll lift it up here. If you have some really detailed scissors, this would be a great time to use them.
I think that looks good. Now the other thing is you're going to want to put a few stars, and then we'll put our twine in. And look at that, we have 2 finished projects because we did not color anything. We used our glitter and our stickers in a different way.
So I'm just taking some stars from the Season's greeting sheet to decorate the background. It kind of looks like it's nighttime.
And also, did you realize no fussy cutting?
Yeah, that was nice. And then we need our twine. So how do you do this little knot? I always get this question. So we're going to fold our twine in half. We're going to stick the loop. Do you go front to back?
I do, yes. What about you?
I always do it different each time. Stick the loop through the hole, and then these ends are going to go through the loop. Just like that. How easy.
That was a fun one. Very simple. So we actually have our cards here. How fun was this?
Okay, so I do see a question right now. I can't get the protective layer off of my acetate. If that's happening to you, try the other side.
Yeah, you may be...
It's only on one side.
Yeah, you may be poking the wrong side. So you just need to really poke and pull up. You'll know. Because if it's the wrong side, your poker will slip.
Yes. All right, so we've created, well, 2, but really 3 projects together. We're going to take another 3-minute break, and then we'll be right back for project number 3, which happens to also be a shaker card.
Yes, and just so prepare yourself, we're going to do 3 and 4 without a break. So take a break now, okay?
All right, we'll see you soon. Welcome back, Krazy Crafters. We're here for the next project in the Krazy Krafter Box Winter Gift Edition 2023. We hope you're having so much fun with us.
I know, I'm really enjoying it. There's nothing better than crafting, especially when it's cold outside, and it is cold here today.
It sure is. So we are ready to make another shaker card with you. Let's jump in and get started.
Okie dokie. All right, so let's look at the card first. This is our Winter Girl. And now I will say that the picture is a little different than my card because I went back and added another banner. You don't have to because it looks good either way, but we'll go ahead as though we are. But the picture just has this one banner. But isn't this cute? And this time it's going directly on the card base. So that's going to be our white background. Now, our kit looks like this. You can't miss it because it has a huge bag of these little insides of the shaker bits. So you'll want to find that bag, and we're going to go ahead, open that up, get all our pieces out. Now, one thing that I'd like to suggest to everybody is because once you open this, unlike our other shaker bits, it is kind of an open thing. So you might want to grab that bag that we had the laser cut pieces from the last project, so you can put your bag in there because it has a handy Ziploc. Okay. Now you're also going to need this sticker, which is our Winter Girl. She's one of my favorites. What about you?
She's really cute, and she's on there. 3220 is her number.
Okay, and here we go. So I assume we are going to cut first. Is that right?
So we need our dot paper.
And yes, so we have an envelope. Again, we're going to put that aside. And here we have a piece of white paper. And this paper has the dot on one side, and it has the other side is the banner. And it is going the correct way if you want to make both. Okay?
Okay, so the dot paper will be 4 1/4 by 1 1/4.
Okay, so I'm going to go in here and I'm first going to do the 1 1/4. Did you say 4 1/4?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. Now we're going to have to sit here and measure this other one because I threw it in just in case you want to do it.
It says winter pattern paper. I think
okay.
That's it. 1 by 4.
Perfect. I didn't know if I had done that or not. All right. So 1. Again, this is our new paper collection.
Rustic Christmas.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And shall we cut the white paper now? This will be for the inside of our shaker.
Okay, 1 1/2 by 3 3/4.
Okay, so 1 1/2. This again is going on the inside of the shaker. Okay.
So that is all the cutting.
Yeah, simple, simple. Isn't that kind of nice? All right.
So we're going to take the dot paper and the other pattern paper and create some banners on the end of each strip.
So the way that I like to do this is I take my scissors, kind of eyeball where the middle is. If you want to be exact, you can measure it. And I'm going to slit up, right down up the center there. Then I'm going to go from one corner to the top of that center point. And then I'm going to turn my scissors and go back down to the other corner. And that is how I make a banner. Didn't do a point because I wasn't paying attention. Let me just fix that. There we go. Okay, so again, let's do it again. I'm going to make sure your reindeer is the right way if you have a reindeer on your paper. How many people did I just save that we're going to do it wrong? Okay, so I'm going from one corner down the next corner. All right, and that's how I make a banner.
Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to adhere those onto the pre-scored card.
Okay, so first let's fold this and make sure we have a good fold. So I don't have a bone folder in here, so I'm going to go ahead and use the tip of my tweezers to make sure that pre-scored card is really down tight. And then, like Jackie said, I'm going to take this one here. Okay.
And it looks like it's about 1/4 of an inch from the left side.
Okay, and then the other one.
Yep. And it looks like it overlaps the other one by about 1/4 of an inch.
Maybe like this. Maybe less. More like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so what's left on this card is the sentiment. So the sentiment is on the outline sticker sheet.
And it's all hooked together, so you're going to want to be a little bit careful. It's not hard, but you don't want to be too much in a hurry here. Okay, so you see how that came up? Now, one trick that Jackie and I like to share with everybody is to kind of make this a little bit easier. Put your tweezers like in the center of the word and you get a little, it's not so floppy.
And it looks like it's about 1/2 inch from the right side. I like to hold mine from the bottom up.
Here, I just gave you a compliment. There, I think that'll be better for me. Okay, I want that winter word to be perfect. What do you think about like this? Maybe more like that. Okay, look how pretty that is.
Okay, so we're going to put some dots on there.
Yes.
And those came from the sheet as well.
Yep, so the larger dots are right here. One just went flying. Do you see it?
No. Oh, there it is.
That's that one.
Where did the lines come from on the card?
Our border. Our border sticker. Okay, there's the 3 dots.
Alright, so here is one of these lines I just peeled off of the border sticker.
And you could put these wherever you want. So I was just kind of decorating as though there were shadows. And you could put it on now or at the end. We'll put ours on now. There's that. You know, you're going to want one behind the girl. Hopefully she'll be around here. Does it have to be straight? Not really. Then maybe one with that little bird guy. I think he's cute. And this is just kind of giving shadow, but it also reflects this line here in the Hello Winter. Okay.
Alright, so we've decorated the card. Let's do that shaker.
All right, so let's
see
put
how
this.
much you remember on how to do a shaker.
Oh yeah, we could also use this bag right here for those little insides. So, what's the first thing we're gonna do?
First piece we need is the solid chip piece. We need to take the soot off.
Yes, so I'm just gonna use this because we're gonna put white paper in here and I just want to make sure. So there's that, and while I'm at it, I'm just gonna do this. And again, in your next crafter box, we're giving you a microfiber cloth, which I think you'll find very helpful. Okay.
Next, we need to find that white cardstock that we trimmed, and that's going to be our background paper.
Now, I would like you to know that you could put any color you want behind here. I put white because it matched the card, but it also really helps reflect the insides nice. But if you wanted to put something else or keep it black, you can do that. All right, so this is going to go on there. I think we should trim it just a little bit. I like to do that because that way I have a little room to play with. So I'm literally going to trim about 1/8 of an inch. Just makes it easier for me. So we're here to teach you our tips and tricks. Okay, so this is going to have to go down here. So let's go ahead, put this on. Okay. So I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to use this as a template. And you'll want to make sure that none of the white is showing. So you could have used a pencil, but I'm never that patient. So there's mine. Okay, next step, we're going to, in this case, we're not decorating this, so we're going to put this right on. So our score tape is right here. And I'm going to go a little bit faster than I did before because it's kind of a repeat, wouldn't you say?
Yes, and if at any time you think you need to go slower, you can always replay the video.
Now, if you don't have the score tape, you might want to buy that crafter box because that's one of your gifts.
So how do you find the newest crafter box on the website? This one that we're doing today is sold out. So if you're trying to find this one, they do sell out every time. So it's always best to pre-order. If you want the newest one, it's on krazycreations.us. You can click featured and then Krazy Krafter Box. There's also going to be a little pop-up that comes up, and it'll take you directly to the crafter box.
Perfect. Okay, I'm removing the protective layer. Okay, almost there.
Now, the next crafter box is going to be in January, the live. So January 5th.
Okay, and then we're going to just match this up. So because this is so strong, you kind of want to make sure that you're pretty on it because you don't want to make a mistake. All right. Now, some of my white paper shows a little bit, so what I could do if I wanted is take a black marker right there, and I think I will just to demonstrate. This is kind of what we do with our stickers too, right?
What are you doing? You're coloring the white?
Yeah, just so you don't see it on the banner. Of course, this marker is dry. It's dry! I used to get that a lot in class, so it's a joke here. Okay, that's good. All right, now this is going to be the part where you probably want that extra little bag that maybe your banner came in or something, because there's a lot of bits in here, a lot, and they're pretty. They have stars, sequins, lots of different colors. It really goes with the paper well. But see how much there is? And this one, I like to kind of put quite a bit in because I don't want to see the white necessarily. But you need enough to shake. Okay? So maybe just a little more. There we go. But do you see what I mean? So that's why I'm going to put mine back in here. So it's not a problem. Okay. Now I got a little right here, so let's just get that off. What's the next step, Jackie?
Okay, we're gonna do the acetate.
Yes.
When it looks like it's already been cut for us. Yay.
Yes, so first we have to put our score tape on again, so you'll have to chit chat while I'm doing that.
Okay, well, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them below in the comment section. I'm going to hop over to YouTube and see what's going on there. Okay, there's only a couple comments on there, and I'm not sure if they are from this project, so that's okay. Now, you may not see a lot of live viewers right now, but I know a lot of people rewatch this video. But the great thing about being here live is you get to interact with us. How's it going?
Almost got it, because then it'll go very fast.
Now the reason we like to use score tape for this part is so that the acetate window will definitely not come apart and we won't get shaker bits all over the place.
Yep, we don't want that. I love how strong this is. And once you get it down, you can tear and cut, but it's pretty friendly that way.
Did you know you get 27 yards of tape on a roll? That's a lot.
That is a lot. Okay, now we're going to go to that acetate piece, and yes, it is cut for us. And again, if you missed out on how I did it before, I'm literally going to take a poker or my tweezers, and you see how this is just sliding? So I'm going to guess that it's really the other side that has the paper, which it is, and I just poke a hole and peel and then rub because I want to reduce any static, and then this is going to fit exactly, so I want to make sure I get all the corners. There we go. And look at that. Perfect. And then the last step is, I got all this little tape stuff over here, is we're going to take our banner, look at each side, and this side you could tell has a little bit of the burn mark, so I want that to be down. This is why I use my silicone, because I don't care if it gets on the table, because it doesn't stick to that. And I put this right on top. And that's how easy it is to make a shaker card here at Krazy Creations, or a shaker. And look how pretty that is.
All right, so now we're going to decorate it.
Shall we put it on our card?
Either way.
Yeah, let's just put our shaker on here. And I'll use some of this score tape. And then we're going to go to our glitter, right?
We're going to decorate the shaker.
Oh, we are? Oh, we are. I didn't see that part. With the borders.
Right.
Because this is so strong, you don't have to put a lot of tape on. Did you want to do that before then?
I could do it after.
Okay. on. Whenever you're being watched. There you go. Do you want to put it on so do you have a better angle, or maybe I can? About like, what do you think?
All the way at the top, right there.
Okay.
Okay, so when I said decorate it, we're gonna decorate the window part with some scalloped border stickers. So I just peeled them off of the sheet already, and then we're going to put them along the little frame here. So just adds a little extra something. So we're just going to peel and stick. Just like that. Very easy to do, but it just adds a little extra interest to the project. All right, I'm gonna do the other side next. Okay, then I'll do the top. And then we're going to do the little banner edges here as well. So all of this so far has been done with one piece. But it looks like I just ran out, so I need to grab another one to finish.
Is that a straight or a diamond or
Scallop.
scallop?
Okay, that's it. So that's all decorated. The rest is done on the glitter paper. So we're gonna grab our glitter paper, put this off to the side. We're gonna peel our winter girl and a bird. So the winter girl, she's kind of large. Just take your time. I like to start at the top and peel. And then I'll sweep her kind of, let's see, I'll put her up here in the corner. And then we need the little bird dude. Now the bird has a curly tail. You can hang that off the edge if you can. We don't really want to cut it out, so that will help you. Same with the little legs. So however you want to position it, because we need to color the body. If need be, you can always pick these back up with your tweezers and cut underneath the legs. Okay? So let's roll it.
Now I do want to say for her face, I think she has dots for her eyes, but I just use little pieces of straight. Does she have dots?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can cut part of your border or look at your peeled stuff, whatever you feel like. But I just didn't like the dots, so I didn't use them.
Okay, one of my pieces just went flying. Okay, and then we need a smile. Alright, time to color.
So you're going to want R17, RVOO, that kind of makes it more of a pink red, WGOO, which is a warm gray, or something similar. Do you want to use a cool gray?
WGOO is skin color.
Okay, EOO, that's right. Hello. E28, E18, and 100.
Alright, I've got all my colors. So 100 I'm guessing is for the boots.
Yes.
Let's do that. So that's black. So we're just going to directly color her boots.
Is that black good, or do you want a Olo marker?
It's a little dry. There we go. So with the Olos, they are juicier, so you just want to have a lighter pressure because otherwise you will get some bleeding, which means going outside of the line. Next, we're going to do her dress. So let's take our R17 and we're going to put that where we want the best shading, or the darkest shading. Now, as the artist, you decide where that is.
If you use an Olo, you could use the one with the pinks.
Let's try it. Okay, so I'm pulling that color down.
So one thing to note is you don't have to stick with the same alcohol ink marker brand. You can mix and match.
Yeah, and I'm needing more red on mine. She looks a little too pink. So you can always add more dark color. And then if you're still having trouble, you can always use the side of your brush. There, that looks better. You can always add more dark color, but you can't take it away.
You might want to do the hat.
Okay.
And then there's the hat on the bird. Might as well do all the red, right?
Alright, so there's the hat on the bird. Okay. Next, let's work on her hair. So it looks like we're going to be using these two browns. Remember, always start with your dark and then blend with your light. To me, it looks like this one girl has just one brown, but we'll do blending.
She does.
I'm going to give her a balayage.
What's that?
Lighter at the tips of her hair.
I didn't know that. Is that how your hair is? Is that how you know it?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Learned something new.
Try to spell it.
I couldn't even begin. Is it French?
I think so.